Howdy folks, welcome to the 3D Sapiens Road Show. Your host Dan Davis here, and it looks like the little tricks that tricks that I did for avoiding the bear worked. It's Fresno Dome in the morning. So let me show you real quick here. Yeah, there's no sign of the bear, so either the tricks that I put together worked, or the big crashing a couple nights ago that woke me up. And by the way, I got up, I got out of the car, I walked around, I couldn't see what had fallen, what had crashed, what anything. So I'm pretty sure it was one of the Bigfoots back on the other side of the meadow. The bear was getting too close over there, and so the Bigfoots warned him off, and the bear has taken it to heart. Because there was no sign of him last night. So here's what I came up with for the toilet bucket. Now the trick is two saplings that are not big enough to climb, but strong enough to hold this thing together. Because this bucket can get pretty full, can get pretty heavy when it gets full. So right now it's just barely. He could probably reach the thing, but I don't think he could knock it down. But I left a bunch of extra crappy carabiners, kind of half-broken carabiners, so it'd make a lot of noise if he started doing that. But I didn't hear anything last night. So that's what I did as far as the toilet bucket goes. And then for the Bigfoot food, I put it on this branch right here, which hopefully is out of his reach. Okay, this is where it's at right now. They didn't seem to have taken much, which they never seem to take much at a time. I don't know, there's a trail bar and some whatever organic kind of stuff in there. But notice I put a little string between two branches. Now here, this thing is big enough for that bear to climb, but I figured with all these broken branches down here, if he did try to climb it, it would make noise and I'd hear it. But again, nothing happened, so seemed to work. So far so good. Nothing else torn. The other thing that I did, by the way, notice the size of this. Could have been a bigger bear. That's a pretty big claw right there, from a couple nights ago. But notice there's nothing under the table. That's where I normally put the ice chest and food bag and whatever. So all that went either in the car or on top of the car, depending on level of smell and whatnot. And I didn't have the windows quite so open like I normally do. They were cracked about like that. But so the ice chest is up there, even the trash. And then I put a couple towels on top of everything. And then I've got one more container with food, which is pretty much hermetically sealed. It's got a very airproof top, so I figured that all that stuff was good on top of the car. This is one food bag. Already got the coffee out of it, and here's another food bag, which is kind of more of the munchy bag. So these two bags went inside, and everything else on top of the car. And again, so far so good. Like I said, the toilet thing had been there, and I heard a crash right over in that direction. So I don't know. I still haven't figured out what it was that crashed the other night, but again, I'm guessing there was a Bigfoot just on the other side, back in the brush there, where they can see me when I'm playing guitar, because as I mentioned yesterday, when I'm playing, I'm facing this direction anyway. Okay, so roughly this direction. And there's plenty of brush back here, if you look. There's plenty of brush for these guys to hide back on this side. This was the side I was originally going to set up my camp. In fact, you can see where it's kind of been cleared out and pounded down a little bit. But the sun is over there, so it's the wrong side of the meadow. You want the south side of the meadow, so that those trees provide all the sun or shade, because the sun is on the southern side of the hemisphere at the moment. But anyway, so I'm not going to look back here, but I'm guessing, because I try to give them some space. I try to give the Bigfoot some space and let them do their thing and not poke around too much. And then eventually after a couple weeks or so, when they've had time to really set up their blinds or their bowers or whatever it is that they're going to set up here, then I go check it out. Because in the meantime, they're kind of looking at the best, best place to sit and best place to listen and all that kind of thing. So they're just over here somewhere. Someday I'll go explore, but not yet. Anyway, so phew, so far so good. No bear problems. All right, so I'm gonna go finish kicking back, having my coffee, and gotta go into town today. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and stay safe and have a great day. Oh wow.